Hello and welcome to A Craft Evolved. My name is Raymond Corrado Knudsen. With me I have my stable colleague.
Hello, Jeff Gorsica. Back again.
Back again. From a new place. Look at you, got a new spot.
That's right. We were just talking about how the lighting is so much worse, but like I'm so much happier because I'm in like my own space now in New York, which is great.
Which is
but
lovely.
the lighting has crashed, and we'll have to fix that.
We'll figure it out. We'll get there. We will. Is one thing we will get there. All right. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the show where I was going to say Jeff and I appear like wild Pokemon out of the blue and give you words, and then we disappear again in a flash of smoke. It's feeling interesting how we we're kind of, we were talking before we went on today how we're like, okay, let's try to wrap up, kind of have a season finale, if you will, of Craft Evolved, and then move on to like what could be a season 2. And we've learned so many things in this season 1, haven't we?
Oh yeah, dude.
And I say 8 season. A season can be 8 episodes, right? If it's a mini series, it could be 8 episodes, right?
Oh, in fact, Stranger Things was 8 episodes.
There you go.
So I've got no judgment on our 8 episode season.
There you go.
I'm proud of it.
Exactly. So we're gonna, back to the drawing board. We're gonna make it better. We're gonna make it faster. We're gonna paint some flames on it, and then we're gonna, bring it back with some more interesting stuff later on. Probably
I'm
after.
hoping more guests if we can.
Yes,
we had one guest.
We had one guest, and we really do want a lot more. I mean, we do, and our dream is to have many, many more. So there are the ideas, and then there's reality. You know what I mean?
It's who can you get, man?
Exactly. Just being up here.
Work on that.
Anybody who does anything in the arts knows that just being here right now is a thing. You know what I mean?
That is the truth.
And we're here, and this is a very interesting evening because we're gonna be. Let me just check and make sure that all our audio and everything is okay. I'm gonna mute my microphone real quick, make sure.
Yes, this is we have not done this in the past, and been bit because of it.
Jeff, you want to start introducing maybe a little bit what we're going to be doing today, what we're going to be playing with while I check the audio, perhaps?
Oh yeah. Sorry for the.
I was just thinking. I realized we could be efficient.
I think we don't need to just sit here in silence. But we've been teasing this probably since episode 2 that we would like to look at both yours and mine old self tapes and talk about what's good, talk about what's bad, talk about when we broke the rules and it still worked, or maybe we did something we were really proud of and yet didn't book, but like I still like look at this self-tape and I would show this to people and be like, look at this is like a really quality audition.
Yeah.
And I also think we can like bounce ideas back and forth off each other and just not critique, but just kind of mull over the whole process of putting out these self-tapes, man.
Yes.
That's what the goal is.
Yes, exactly. I completely and totally agree. All right, pardon me. That was the Rona kicking in. I don't have Rona, but
whoa.
What? Just where'd that come from?
Good thing you're over in Norway. Oh man.
Tell you what. Well, I could. I mean, I don't know. I'll get the Rona no matter where in the world I am, I guess. But
well, that's true. That's true.
It's gonna be what it's gonna be. All right, let me see if I can get this done without, because you see, okay, so we're gonna go to a different screen. This is gonna be a very interesting place to be because we're going to a different screen, and the first thing we're gonna see is Jeff. Now, which one were we supposed to work on first? Do you remember?
Oh, I would love to look at good self-tapes first. Is that cool with you? Does that make sense? Just kind of knock out the good ones?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's just fade on in here. What was the good one? The Paul self-tape?
So take a look at Paul, and I'll just give a little bit of context for what I wonder if I even have the breakdown if I have enough time. No, I won't worry about that. I'll just tell you what they essentially told me. Okay, they were like, we're looking for someone to play like a man-child and have a bit of an Andy Samberg feel. And this guy, he's a trust fund kid, and there's nothing malicious about him. So they were like, and just take the script where that takes you. We don't want a villain, but we do want, like, we just take that for what you will. And that was all the notes that I got. And so
sweet. And let's see what Jeff Gorsica did with those notes.
Yeah.
And this one you booked, right?
I did book this.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look and see what we got.
Here we go.
Can y'all hear that? I don't even know if anybody can hear that.
Let me see. I can testify. I can hear it too.
I just realized that I might not have any audio going through here. Hold on. I could help you though. I can help you. World.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Yeah, you see? I can help
you.
We're
working on this. We're good.
We will be okay. Eventually we will be okay. Watch, because I'm going to do something clever.
Man, look at that hair I had back then.
Pretty solid, pretty stable. All right, now we should get it. Let's see. Go back to OBS and see. Thank you for your patience there out there, listener. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, let's turn on Jeff. See what we got. Can you all hear him now?
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Jeff Gorsica. I am 6'1", and I'm reading for Paul. Thank you. Easy things make life a pleasure. And hands-free Kiziks are the easiest shoes. Hey, I will see you at bedtime, Nestor. I didn't realize it before, but putting on shoes used to be a hassle. First, you have to bend over, and then you have to untie the laces, and then you have to wait for your Nestor to open the door. It was almost never worth going outside at all. Now, I love it. Mom, I'm gonna go get the mail. Hey, thank you. Kiziks have a 4.9 star rating out of 5. That's only 0.1 less than any restaurant I've ever been to. Kiziks are the perfect blend of convenience, style, and comfort. No, donate them to the homeless. They can burn them for warmth. To afford a pair of Kiziks, you don't have to be the accident between a billionaire and his yoga instructor. Their best seller starts at just $99, and it comes with free shipping. These are the easiest shoes to put on, the easiest shoes to wear, and the easiest shoes to exchange and return. Simply peel and reseal the same box, send it back for free. Hi there. Please tell them that I would like the blue ones instead. Thank you. Oh, will this be enough?
There we go. We're going to like that.
There we go.
We gotta like it. Oh no, we have to log in to like it. We have to log in to like it. Oh, that's
I know you like it because I'm here. You can just tell me.
I can just. Oh, by the way, I liked it.
Yeah,
did you see? We just went back to the intro video, which is very pretty. I hope you like the intro video because it's a very pretty video. But we're back now. We are back now. Okay, so what are you gonna say? What are you gonna do, man?
Well, I forgot that this tape was one where it was scenes, but it was just me. Now, I want to clarify that doesn't mean that I think now that you can just do your self tapes without a scene partner. I want to clarify this was auditioned during Corona times, and they said up front they were like, you know what, if you don't have a scene partner, we understand. So let's just start with that. But what I do think is kind of cool is how you even without the scene partner, you can still get a vibe of what is being said and what's going on. And one thing I'm really proud of this is that I make distinct choices for each moment.
Yeah.
If one's a little laid back, I just take it back here.
Yep.
But if one is like right up here, then I take that moment up front.
Yep.
I don't know, Ray. I guess I should ask you what you think, because I can, you're the one who's just seen it fresh now. So
I actually like very much so hearing, your thought process on it. You know what I mean? Where did you go? Where did you go with it? And where did it come from? Because it reads for sure. To me, it reads. And another thing, I'm just going to try to bring the video up again real quick. Hold on. Let me see if I can do this. Just so we have the, kind of like a visual, I guess. Let's call it a visual.
Oh, yeah. One of those.
You know what I mean? A visual. Let's see. There we go. We get to a spot.
Time Nestor.
We get to a spot, and then I'm going to cut us. I'm just sweating my cojones off here.
No, you're doing fine.
Getting us into
we're doing really advanced podcasting right now.
Super advanced.
We're not only in two different countries, but we're bringing up a tape that we can both watch.
Exactly. So. Bringing up a tape we can both watch from two different countries. Okay. So I don't know. It's just the thing to me is like, I love seeing because sometimes I catch, like my how some people from maybe we went to school with or colleagues and friends, or even other people who went to similar programs, I guess, or will like post self-tape videos or something, and you'll be like, oh, they're doing what I'm doing. You know what I mean? We're doing this. We're still doing the same thing like that. Like, it's not like somebody, because, sometimes I feel personally like I'll learn something and I'll be like, why? Why the hell is am I not booking these things? Because did somebody get a secret, in the hall that I didn't get? And, like they're making these things now that I don't know, but it's just so good to see that. I feel like I'm, like what you're doing is like the rules that we all have, you know what I mean?
Completely agree.
And it's just the freedom within it, Like you said, taking a breath, next guy, or not next guy, but like next thought, next concept, next idea, you know what I mean? Taking a breath, next idea. Taking a breath, next idea. And it's just the ability, I guess, to work within those frames. You know what I mean? That it feels nice. It feels nice. And I can understand like that you booked it. We
talked about this. This is a good example of when I'm choosing who I'm talking to and I'm with them, but there are distinct moments that I make choices like we've talked about, like if I see a moment in a script where my character can show confusion, you can plan that. You don't need to be all, I will not plan anything. I think you're good. You can shoot yourself in the foot, especially with auditions, maybe not so much in live theater, but like in this, I definitely was like, okay, he's going to go up to the mailman, which there's a scene where he's like, please, I want the blue ones instead. And I was like, I'm going to distinctly like make that a little bit of a wink at the audience and like tense my face and just be like, here you go. I planned that. I didn't improv that moment. You know what I mean? And this is a great self-tape that shows strong choices, I think.
I agree. And it's going in, breathing, doing it. And like you said, and what really hits me is that some people think that, okay, you either have to completely feel it or you have to be completely technical. It's a hybrid thing, man. There's like, I didn't even notice personally. I'm not reading and if you're watching this, by the way, right now, and you're like, what video are we talking about? Just rewind, a little ways, and you'll be able to see the video again. All right. And then you can kind of catch up on the conversation. But the thing is, seeing, you can totally, what am I trying to say? You can add these little technical things to it, and it's still being a truthful, believable moment,
Nailed it. The other thing that I think is so simple about this tape, and it's a mantra I take to all my tapes, is just like, okay, I know he's like supposed to be this trust fund kid, but so how can I show that with the most simplest of clothing? And what more than like just a V-neck? Like, it's not distracting. If it wasn't a V-neck, it might it actually for some reason wouldn't read as preppy. I think there was a distinct choice to be like, okay,
a V-neck.
let's do like a loose like V-neck because there's something that's just like a hair above.
Yeah, and
like,
it's true.
Like a white T-shirt, if that makes sense.
Totally, and it's hard to tell if it's a I mean I don't know because I don't know any better, but like a V-neck often can be $5 or it can be $4,000.
Well, this one was $5. But you're right. You're not wrong. It's a great point. Actually, that's pretty funny.
I hear you. Should we take a look at mine and see what we got? Because I have one. All right, let's see what we got here. I'm gonna try to not mess it up this one because I think I feel good about this one.
Loving
okay.
This
so what we got to do is we gotta add that one. So this is one that I'm basically I'm proud of. Like you're proud of this video, but I didn't get the gig. I got something else in the thing. But it wasn't remotely close to the magnitude or the actual job that I was going in for. So this is one of those I wrote proud but failed on this one. All right.
Love it.
So
I'm ready.
I'm going to run it. We'll take a look and see. Let me know if y'all can hear it. I know that I'm not watching the chat so much because I'm trying to be technically intelligent. So this is my proud but failed video.
Ray Corrado Knudsen, 5'8", reading for the role of real estate agent. Tack.
You're welcome. So, what do you think?
Just how I like it, thank you.
I mean about the house?
Oh yes, the house. The house is quite beautiful.
Isn't it?
They built them to last.
They did?
And this will likely be here after we've all been and gone. Do you mind?
No, please.
Got to keep the blood sugar up.
Absolutely.
How long has this house been in the family for?
Generations. A wonderful family home.
What do you do?
2 months, which is why we're so keen to wrap this up as soon as possible. How quickly do places usually sell around here?
Places don't typically come up on this island very much, to be honest.
Which presumably makes it all the more desirable?
Maybe.
What do you mean, maybe?
Well, it's very difficult to judge these things.
Look, we're definitely open to offers. Somebody is going to get the deal of the century here.
Look, the house has a lot going for it. I'll give you that. Exceptional build. Spectacular scenery. Probably the best water pressure I've ever seen. Robust infrastructure. Most folks here have never even set foot on the mainland. They've lived their whole lives here.
Exactly. It's a goddamn paradise. People will die to live here.
Which kind of presents the problem. I know it may be suspicious mumbo-jumbo, but most folks are quite adverse to living in a murder house.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's something you have to declare, is it?
I know we have a reputation, but there are limits.
There's that. For the real estate agent. Let me wind. Get to a spot. Maybe let's do the part. Let me lock it up in the spot where I have a cookie in my mouth, maybe.
Dude.
Right there. Right there. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh man, dude.
So let me
I love that tape. Yeah, please, you kick it off.
Let me bring some thoughts in there.
Thoughts. Yeah.
Because the whole thing is it's a scene about things. I'm reading the script and it's a scene about things. And when I'm sent sides, usually you're sent sides, it's about the people. But
Yes.
there are so many words and connotations and things that have to do with like how she says, do you like it? Oh, just the way I like it. Thank you. No, do you mean the house? Or the other line where it's like, you got to keep the blood sugar up. I made the choice of actually bringing it into my character because I brought him in as a bit of a, this is for a horror film. You know what I mean? So it's all kind
awesome.
of, it's textural and uncomfortable and weird. In its inception, the way it's written, so I'm bringing in these things with my dude, which I may or may not have had in the room, but they kind of like said, "Go for it, do what you need to do," and I just brought it in. I did a couple takes without anything like you were supposed to do. You know what I mean? Like this is the one I ended up sending in, and I did what you were supposed to do, and it just felt crappy. It felt really dumb. You know what I mean? Because I'm sitting there doing a self-tape with my partner. My partners are the other person doesn't exist. Speaking of technical things, I wanted her husband to be on the other side of the camera, right? You notice?
Yeah.
But there's nobody there. It's literally like a ball sitting on a chair. You know what I mean? And we did a couple takes with no props whatsoever, nothing. And I was just like, it feels wrong. It's missing something. I have the opportunity here. I'm sitting here. I got my estate agent guy ready. He's prepped. He's primed. Let's just do a run where I have coffee and cakes because this is what she's offering me. And I did it like twice. And we're like, this is what I need to do. You know, these are the takes I need to send in. You know, so I was very proud of them. And I broke. This is speaking of breaking the rules. And I wish I would have booked it so that I could say you can break the rules, but I didn't. But I feel that in my own, you know, my own sense of what was something that was working, the ability to use props, I did. And they brought a texture to this weirdo that I wanted to portray. You know what I mean? So book it or not, I kind of feel like I got to tell the story of who I wanted to tell.
That was just on a technical level. You utilized your props in a way that served this scene. It didn't distract. It was I remember going into an audition once. It was like for a theater audition, and a girl walked in with an umbrella because she was about to do Singing in the Rain, and I wanted to be like, oh, maybe you shouldn't bring an umbrella. And they're gonna think you're kind of hamming it up.
Yeah.
So like there is a level when props can be distracting.
Yeah.
This like serves the scene. I love that starting a self-tape with action is something I always do now. And I know we've talked about this.
Yeah.
You start it with the T. Something, you're not just like sitting here like this.
Hot tip.
What are they going to think? You're going to think you're some weirdo. Like the movement gives a natural start.
Yep.
The other thing I love about this, Ray, is it starts kind of more casual and gets intense. Like I felt an intensity incline, which I think you should be really proud of, dude. It like really reads, and it's with your really, really good eye contact. It's what it reads with.
Thank you.
With me. But then even then, and we talked about this. I love how it's all doing this. There's moments where you just kind of like take a moment here. You just like look away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All of that together, dude. I completely agree. This is it's a killer tape, dude. It's really cool.
I feel good about it, and I wish I would have booked it, but I didn't. So I was like, I'm going to bring something that I'm proud of that I booked, but then I couldn't find anything that I was proud of that I booked. So I was like, I'm going to give you something proud of that I didn't book. So that was one of the scenes. And, you know, there have been others where, because these you know, these characters, these roles, and these shows, like the intense face shows, I've done others where it has been the same kind of level of insanity that's been going on in the scene, but I really don't feel like I grabbed it like I grabbed this guy. You know what I mean?
Dude, this feels like a glove. Like, and I think that's, you're just relaxed and you're in it. You know, I know those are kind of vague terms, but I felt your intensity is what I would say. And even that moment where you were just like, she asked you a question and you were just like, maybe. Like it was so natural. It didn't feel like you were hamming at all. Like, you know, like, you know, it just felt like you were answering the question. And it's those simple responses that read, man. So that's what I saw here.
Thank you.
Super cool.
I'm glad that I'm not, you see, this is maybe not so much a self-tape slaughter episode as it is a confirming the fact that at least we're not completely insane in making these choices that we're making. You know,
sometimes we nail it. Sometimes.
We're not criminally insane. So you want to see, now should we just move on and do this and go for the belly, the ones we're embarrassed about and we're like, why did I book this?
Bad ones? I'm so ready for some bad ones, dude. We can do that, dude.
Okay.
I'm so ready.
Okay. I hope you're ready. Like I said, if you're just tuning in right now, right, and you don't really, and you're like, okay, what's going on? You can rewind through the stream and then catch up as time goes. If you missed the video's here. So just rewind through, watch the video, and watch the feedback. I think that's the way to go.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see if I can get you up and running here without further ado. All right. Let's see.
Who are we watching? Should I give any background?
Yes, I'm seeing for Budweiser. Is that what we're talking about?
Oh, Budweiser. I actually booked.
Yes.
So this one is one that I'm not necessarily proud of, and yet I booked, and we should talk about why that maybe was.
Yep.
So, and the quick context was they were looking for young, kind of hip millennial types, who were going to be taking their lifts home after a night out drinking Budweiser. So, and they were hanging with friends. They wanted a really friendly vibe. And so I'll give you one more. I'll give you one more bit of context. it was either I got this the day of and it was due within a few hours,
Mm-hmm.
and I was at work.
Oh.
So it was literally like I got my buddy and I didn't have a shirt. So I was like, do you happen to have a button up? Because I like couldn't wear a Trader Joe's uniform.
Yeah,
so I'm
yeah.
wearing my friend's old sweaty button up. I'm standing by the blankest wall I can. You can hear people moving boxes in the background.
Oh,
And
nice.
yet somehow, let's watch.
I'm excited about this one now. I'm really
There
excited
wasn't any
about this one
script.
now.
It was kind of just a answer some questions is what
All
they
right.
wanted for this one. So without further ado,
Let's see what we got. All right. I'm excited about this one. Just the thumbnail. All right, let's do it.
Rolling. Hi, I'm Jeff Gorsica. I am 6'1", 185 pounds. I'm going to give you profile shots real quick. Left. And right. Great. Hands front and back. Back. And I'm over 25 years of age. I'm also available on the shoot dates. So, quick Halloween story for you this year. This year, I'm going to go with Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop. If you've never seen it, please watch it. It is probably the best anime of all time and a great anime for anyone who's never watched anime. But he's such a badass that if I can even just get 1% of his badassery, I'd be set. So like I'm just trying to get that in my life a little bit. And the only other story I can think of is that when I was a kid, I was like 12 or 13, I TP'd a house and I got caught, and my parents took away my Halloween candy that year. So that's life. All right. Thank you.
There he is. There he is. Let me get back to the video so that we can actually, we've gone incognito so that we can find a nice spot. No, the hand shot is perfect spot. Talk about it, man. Talk about it.
all right. So I haven't watched this one in a while. I agree. I still stand by everything is technically wrong. My hair is wet because I had biked there that day and it was raining.
Nice.
That's like, even that was just everything.
That
was
may
a
be the
mess.
sole reason they hired you. They were like, this guy is kind of fun, kind of kooky, kind of cool, but his hair's
Yeah.
wet, and
His
we
hair's
like him.
wet, man.
It's pretty hot. We're digging it.
Yeah. But I gotta say, there's a certain friendly approachableness and a certain amount of personality that I get from this. I like that I talk about specifics in my my story. I'm not just like, for Halloween, I want to go as a ghost so I can scare people. Like, no, I let them know that I like anime.
Yeah.
I let them know that I will make up silly words like badassery because that's just how I talk.
Mhm.
And then they asked for 2 Halloween stories. And then the second one, I always thought that story was funny about how when I was like 14, I TP'd a house thinking I was so freaking cool. And I got caught. My mom took all my candy and I was so mad.
At
But,
14,
deservedly
too.
so.
You're like, we're over like the age of taking away the candy, but it still hurts at 14.
It does, dude, because
You
it's
know?
candy. So I see maybe if they were looking for just like personality, something that was very approachable, I see that. I do see that. But like everything else, lighting, awful. The beeping of the beep, 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 awful. So that's my 2 cents. Let me hear what you think.
Well, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the word slaughter from self-tape special. It's now only self-tape special. I just did that just now. If you're watching, you just magically saw the thing change, because it's amazing to see how these moments pop up. You know what I mean? Like how you get in it, and sometimes the least prepared work. And I'd say, you know what I mean? Like how you haven't prepared this for days. You know what I mean? You bring something up, you put something together, you slap it together, you get in front of it, you breathe and you go. And it turns out to be this really fun, cool thing. And it feels nice. And then on top of that, if you book it, it's great. You know what I mean? And that's the energy I'm getting from the video. That's the energy I'm getting from the video. It's like I just literally walked in and you can tell like right off the bat, you're doing your thing. You're saying, this is my height, this is my weight, this is my regular slate shot, this is the profile. You're doing everything they're asking you to do. You know what I mean? So like you're following the instructions that have been given, but you're not doing it in a nervous, strange way. It's literally like, I gotta get back to work, but this is also my work, so I'm gonna just do this real quick. I hope you like me.
All true.
You know what I mean? And it just looks. And I think that reads. I think we should do that more when we self-tape, and just be like, oh, by the way, I'm going to walk in this room and do a self-tape.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This is part of the job. This is not, how many times have we done our slates very wooden and been like, hello, my name is Jeff.
Yeah.
I'm 6'1". But people are going to think you're an alien.
Christ,
you know?
I still do that. I think I did that
still
last
do that.
Wednesday.
I still do that myself, dude.
You know what I
I
mean?
have to like look at it and check myself.
Yeah.
And be let's relax.
Yeah. You're for sure. And maybe this is one thing we can learn from this self-tape on our self-tape special is just sometimes, just do it. Go in and do it. And I'm going to give you an example. Actually, I wish I might be able to dig out a little like bonus track because I have an example where I did that and it just did not work. It just turned to crap. Absolute crap.
I would love to see it. I'd love to see it.
I might be able to dig that up because I was kind of like, okay, I'm busy. I really want to get this in. I got it in. And then I just was not ready. I might be able to dig it up at the end. Let it be a teaser. Watch the rest of the stream and stay with us, and you might see it at the end if I can dig it up.
Yeah, man. One final thought on this one. I think it's so funny. This is just like behind the scenes knowledge. But like the reason my shirt's unbuttoned 2 buttons and my sleeves are rolled up is because my friend was much smaller than me.
Oh,
and
dear.
It didn't fit. So like I like the sleeves up to here. So I was like, guess we're rolling the sleeves.
Yep.
And I was like, unbutton it here because I can't button it. And that, like it's so funny that this is what booked. But it's like you said, there is this element of, hey, dude, I'm here to like to answer your questions and I'm gonna go. Like there's no pressure.
Yeah.
And like that reads.
For sure. Yeah. All right, let's see if we can do crap but booked. This is my crap but booked video.
Oh, I can't wait.
Let's see. Now I say crap, but another thing that's interesting. This one is actually in this book. This scene is in Norwegian. All right, but let me give you all a little context in case you're watching from across the Atlantic. So this tape was for a learner's course for people who are trying to learn Norwegian, and it was to be shot in three different speech levels. So they were like, the first level has to be clear and concise, the second level has to be more conversational, and the third has to be rather fast and normal conversational. And I really interpreted that in the wrong way, because the first one I don't know, man. It looks like I got like a stick up my ass. I don't know. Something didn't quite.
Oh, I can't wait.
It's weird. Are y'all ready for this? Here we go. Let's see what we got.
I'm ready. Let's kick it off.
Hallo. Jeg heter Torbjørn og jobber på et stort lager. Jeg tar imot, registrerer og plasserer varer som kommer inn på lageret. Jeg tar også imot ordre og bestillinger, og jeg henter fram og klargjør varer som skal ut av lageret. Når vi mottar varer, snakker jeg ofte med transportarbeidere som leverer varene. Jeg sjekker at alt er i orden, og spør hvis jeg lurer på noe eller tror at noe mangler. Det er bedre å spørre en gang for mye enn en gang for lite, tenker nå jeg. Og så passer jeg alltid på å takke dem for leveringen og ønske dem en fin dag videre. Det blir litt det samme som med spørringen. Det er bedre å takke en gang for mye enn en gang for lite. De fleste bestillinger kommer på e-post, men noen ganger får vi bestillinger på telefon. Da noterer jeg vare, antall og mottakaradresse mens vi snakker. Og jeg gjentar alltid hele bestillingen for kunden, slik at jeg er sikker på at det blir riktig. For å jobbe på et lager bør du være ryddig og systematisk, og du bør ikke være redd for å ta i et tak. Det kan være mye tunge løft og gåing. Jeg kjører også trøkk, og vi har hjelpemidler for de største og tyngste varene, men det er ikke til å komme unna at dette er fysisk arbeid. Og det er kanskje nettopp det jeg liker med det. Jeg liker å føle at jeg har brukt kroppen etter en arbeidsdag.
Du må hilse på min nye kollega, Torbjørn. Oss jobber sammen. Jeg fikk sitte på med han hit til sykeheimen i dag. Hei, Torbjørn. Hyggelig å hilse på deg.
I like måte. Hva driver du med?
Jeg er pleieassistent her på sykeheimen.
Sier du det? Hvor kommer du fra?
Jeg kommer fra Nigeria, men jeg har bodd i Norge i 7 år.
Ja. Hva liker du best med jobben din?
Jeg liker å hjelpe mennesker, og jeg liker å bli kjent med folk.
Så flott.
Er det noe du ikke liker med jobben din? Jeg liker ikke å jobbe senvakt. Jeg er menneske, som betyr at jeg liker å stå tidlig opp.
Det skjønner jeg godt.
Takk for tida, Sam. Vi må gå videre nå. Men vi snakkes nok på mandag. Da har jeg et møte med en ny sykepleier her, og skal snakke mer om mamma. Ja, da treffes oss nok da, Samira. Fint det. Og ses neste veke. Takk for i dag.
Takk for praten.
Ha en fin dag videre. Takk i like måte.
There you go. Booked it. Basically just standing there listening for the last 10 minutes of the scene. Oh, by the way, I wasn't off book, was I?
Dude, that's a good tape. I know you may not think it is. That's a good tape.
Don't tell me I need to find a worse one. No, but let me just give you the context of this
please.
whole thing.
Oh yeah.
The thing is, the tape, first of all, and it's all blackout, so there's no. Well, wait, I might be able to find a cool. Hold on. Let me do this. I got to find a little thumb picture here. There we go. That's good. Perfect. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so
yeah,
not off book at all. Framing works. I tried to get as much light in my eyes as humanly possible, so that at least it'd look useful. Not off book at all. I'm explaining it like you see, the thing is, I was really working hard on making this work without being patronizing, and I feel like I completely failed that 100%. Second of all, I end up wearing it looks like I shoot the rest of the scene on another day where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just shoot this tomorrow. You know what I mean? It's like it's just this pieced together thing of all these different takes that don't feel like they make sense at all. Like one guy's making one choice, another guy's making another choice. There's all this weird shit going on. And trying to be coherent, and my camera's on now, so I can literally do it right now. But I'm trying to tell you something and be coherent.
You're being too hard on yourself with that one.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I don't see that last one. But
and I'm just seeing it what I'm doing, and I remember sending this in and feeling like, man, that was hell on earth to make, to put together. It's not going to work at all. And they called me, and not only did they call me, I ended up working more. They were like, they gave me more things to do. But fortunately, that was after, you know what happens as soon as you're on set, you got the job. It's a different story. You're doing your work, right?
Yeah.
But, it was a really tough audition to do, and I feel like looking back at it, I could have done it in a far superior fashion, much better than I did. You know what I mean?
I hear you, but there's so many good things in this. I actually really like that the first 3 monologues you do have a slightly different vibe. I think the first one is very warm. The second one actually comes off as knowledgeable, and the third one has a certain cockiness to it. And I don't know if you planned that, but for me, that actually is like the casting directors now get to see 3 slightly different sides of the same guy. It's really, I found it really good actually. And your framing is great. You come off as friendly and knowledgeable. Dude, I as much as you say this is a bad one, I see why you booked, man. It's very, you're also, your forehead is completely relaxed. It doesn't look like you're forcing. The only thing I'll agree with you on is that it does look like it's 2 different days. And I would say that to me, that's I guess distracting, but it's not even that distracting, but it's not really but I noticed it. And the thing is that you also listened really well in the last section. You weren't just if you just sit there still, they're not going to book you, but you actively listened. And that's one of those, and you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. And let me tell you why I know, I just said I'm talking about here, because the situation was, you know how it is. I'm not 100% off book. I don't know all my words. It's one of those magical moments where you have to listen very acutely to what's happening.
You don't got a choice. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's one of those magic, I guess that's a magic, magic accident, happy accident, as Bob Ross would say.
Yeah, man.
But that was okay. Well, that was one. Thank you. I appreciate the feedback, and I'd never seen it in the way you're seeing it. So that's why we shouldn't be doing this alone, right? This is why Rona needs to end. That we need to get back in the room in front of our casting directors so they can help us.
I agree. Dude, I wanted to quickly talk about your off book critique of yourself, because the thing is that I get scripts that are 4 to 5 paragraphs. They've got to be close to 900 words, and they want them in 2 days.
Yeah.
I don't think it's bad to be on book if you did it the way you did it. And so I think you actually did it the perfect way, which is you were memorized enough that when you had to look down, you just did it. and then you came right back. It wasn't the other way around, which would be I'm really in it, and then I like look up. Like you clearly practiced it a lot, but you just, if you needed it, you looked down. And we used to, when we used to do tapes back in school, do you remember we would print them out? And we would tape them to the lights.
Oh shit, we would. We would tape them
this
to
has
the
always
walls.
stuck with me. You taught me this.
Yes.
You were like, Jeff, it's kind of like Mario. You get 3 lives, baby. You can look down. Do you remember telling me this? But you were like, you can look down 3 times before someone knows that you're cheating. So it was like, I would be like, like doing my lines, and then I would just like glance down at them.
Yeah.
And that was 1 Mario life.
That was one Mario life.
For some stupid reason, it stuck with me. And
it does.
I use it to this day.
My God, I'm glad you reminded me of that, because I completely forgot about that. Like, I don't even teach that. I teach an on-camera class now, and I don't even teach the Mario lives. Yes, of course, as long as you have 3 motivated look downs, then nobody's going to really know until.
They're not going to know now if you do more than 3. People are going to be like, is he like looking in his lap? What's wrong with him?
Yeah, right? Because I'll be like,
3. You get 3.
You get 3 Mario lives. This is true. I'm glad you brought that back to my attention. I forgot about that one.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, man. And it's worked for me. I've kept it. I use it. So, yeah.
Speaking of school.
Oh, no. Oh,
no. We couldn't leave the evening without doing something that both Jeff and I have done together.
Yep.
So we have 2.
I guarantee yours is better than mine.
We have 2. You think? I don't know, man.
I think so.
I don't know.
Sorry, I'm spoiling it. We both did the same scene is what Ray is.
Yes, we both ended. We did the same scene in a class. And we managed to dig up the self-tapes that we did for that.
Oh, boy.
And I think we're just going to, let's just do it. Should we, let's just do it.
Kick it off.
Okay.
I don't want to watch this, dude. I'm a completely different person now.
I know. Would you like to go first? Would you like me to go first? How do you feel about it? I mean,
I don't mind. Yeah, dude, we're watching them both, so it's
okay.
It's just whatever you want.
Let's do it. Let me get let me get you set up here.
All right, I'm ready.
Here he is. Okay, people of the internet. Here's Fenton.
Hi, I'm Jeff Gorsica. I'm reading for the role of Fenton. What the fuck is going on here?
What?
You know Al Jazeera.
You're an asshole.
Well, who is he?
He's a friend of Mom's. They met in the studies of the Far East group at the Y. What? They go to museums and look at ceramics from the Khyber Pass. I don't know. He's nice.
Is he? Are they?
Fucking Mamas and Dad. She wouldn't do that.
Since when do you smoke?
What do you care? You smoke?
No, I don't. I quit.
Congratulations. Big of you to come back for this.
I came back for Jesse.
Really? Wow. That is big of you.
We were together a long time.
I know. That's why.
That's why what?
I'm just surprised.
Well, don't be. We were good together. Except at the end.
Does Jesse know you're here?
It's a surprise.
And you think that's a good idea?
Why not?
It could be disruptive.
Why do you say that?
She just might not take it well, that's all.
We'll see.
Then it doesn't work that way. You don't just show up after disappearing like you did and expect everything to be okay.
Listen, I've given this a lot of thought. I know what I'm doing.
You just left. You didn't return anyone's phone calls. No one even knew if you were still alive.
Don't be so dramatic, Layla. I wrote.
Not to me.
Mom knew how to reach me if there was an emergency.
You get the point. I know that you wanted time or whatever was the reason for you going to San Francisco, but you're not gay, are you?
What?
That's the rumor, is that you went to San Francisco to marry a guy.
Shit. Irving.
Who?
Irving, our doorman. That's what he meant.
You married Irving, our doorman?
Fuck you.
No, fuck you. If you ever do that again, I'll kill you. I'm serious.
Okay. Never again, I promise. You going to see Dad?
You believe it? A threesome with his students. Makes me nauseous. And he was only a guest lecturer.
How's Mom dealing?
She's not. I think she's hoping it'll just go away.
Unfortunately, her husband is the foremost mind in feminine thought in 20th century America.
What does that have to do with it?
Dad gets away with everything.
Not this time.
Whoa, Fenton. All right. Let's just go straight on to the next one. Because you want to know what I just realized? We shot 2 different
What's
ones.
up? Do we really?
Yeah, man.
Oh,
I have, hold on, go away, Brendan. Hold on, Brendan, wait. I actually have the confrontation with Jesse.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
So
Sure.
I shot the
I
following
remember that
scene.
there were.
Yep.
We could choose. Unfortunately, we won't see the same scene back to back, but the same character though, and I think that could be telling.
Character, but also this is very interesting. There's drinking involved. There's strange eye contact involved. You'll see.
Oh,
You
I
ready
can't
for this?
wait.
Look, we have our little slate cards here that I've been told to never use again for as long as I live.
I mean, we can talk about that in a second, but
We can talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Let's bounce. This is a number that you'll never. By the way, you'll never reach me on this phone number again because it was a burner phone. So it'll be what it is. All right, Fenton. This is another confrontation with the actual girl, Fenton.
Hey, I'm Ray Corrado Knudsen. I'm reading for the role of Fenton. The gallery, it's charming.
It's small.
Well done, Jesse. Congratulations. Gallery. Is that where the wedding is?
Uh-huh. Victor's idea.
How avant-garde.
It's because the two most important things in Victor's life are art and me.
Hopefully not in that order. Pretty fast, no?
What?
The wedding?
I don't think so.
Where did you guys meet?
It doesn't matter. That's ours. Being with you right now, it's weird. Come on. That surprises you? All I can think about is the end. Defending that book to our friends and you up and leaving to California.
Maybe we could pretend that this was a first date, an eHarmony thing. Take all that history and turn it into a weird first date.
That would be weird.
This is hard for me.
Honestly, it's way too early to get sympathy from me.
That's not what I'm asking for. Completely. Whenever I'm out there, I see you. I miss you. I had no intention of ever coming home. Because I didn't know if I did get here, how I was ever going to get you back. But then Dad had his accident, and I thought, this is it. The reason I need.
To what?
To come home. To get you back.
You needed an excuse? Oh, right, because you had no intention of ever coming home.
I want you back, Jess.
Well, that's great, Fenton. You're too late.
I know that now because before I didn't know that you were getting married.
But I mailed you an invitation. More out of spite than anything, but I
didn't get it.
That's... So it was... seeing the ring? That's unfortunate. But also, you know, even without Victor, what? You thought one apology would eradicate treating me like shit?
Come on. No.
I've sat with you now. Spoken with you. Twice. And at length now. I've processed, and the verdict is... to hell with you, Fenton. I'm still angry.
I don't want to wait for our lives to be over. I'm seeing, okay, this is funny. I'm seeing a lot of school.
Yeah.
Not in,
Whoa.
You know what I mean? And both, let me tell y'all something about this whole Fenton deal that we got going on here. I'm seeing a lot of school. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
Like if it's one thing, and I just want to kick this off because if it's one thing I'm seeing these tapes is that I think we can sit here and tell these people in the world that are listening to us right now a little bit about what this is about, because I'm seeing how both of us have taken things from school that we needed and left a lot of things behind that we didn't. And not necessarily because the training was amazing for me. And I know for you, a lot of it also, but like we've definitely evolved.
Yeah, dude, I see it too. I wouldn't have worded it like that. So thank you because I saw a very young actor is what I saw. And then suddenly you nailed it, where it's like, I see an actor who's taking all of the tools from school and sticking to them almost like to book. Like I would say in mine, I was maybe more relaxed than the other tapes, but the choices were stronger in the other tapes.
Yep.
And they're the ones that booked.
Yep.
So now we start to see that being relaxed does not mean you win. It's not the who can be the most still and the most like relaxed forehead. It's who can make choices that tell the story, dude.
Yep.
Like and when I watched mine, at least, I saw opportunities for excitement or anger, or especially the part where she's like, "Are you gay?" And he's like,
yeah.
What? Like what? Like why not make the choice? We know he's an asshole. We know he's kind of like a backwards thinker. He could get mad about that, or does he get embarrassed about that? How do we make that choice really strong? Well, we don't make it by going, what? You don't make it that way. So it's so funny you say that. I see the training too. I do.
It was a very interesting, and like I said, if you're just tuning in and you're just watching this right now and you have no idea what Jeff and I are talking about, if you rewind a little bit, you'll see the videos we just watched and what we're talking about, and you'll catch up like a boss, just so you know. Yes, that's what hit me really. Yes, sure, young actors, but I'm seeing, like you said, the absolute training. You know what I mean? And we've definitely, I would give ourselves this. We've done other things since then.
Yeah.
You know, we've definitely moved on and made our own choices since then. And it really gets me to a point where I know we're running close to time, but I think it's time to bring out Duts because that's a bit of a, do you not think so? Because,
I would love to show,
you know what I mean?
Show that and talk about also our philosophy behind it.
Yeah, I would love
I'll
to.
just spill the beans, but it's make your own work.
Yes.
You want to make something, you can do it. And yeah, dude. Sorry, it's such a trip to watch that old self tape. I'm still decompressing from that. But,
I'm still sitting here like, what? How do we even talk about this properly?
I want to say that yours was not as bad. I do think yours was a little more real. And I one thing I noticed about me was I just like had this codfish mouth, you know, to bring up Hook again. But I just kind of like would always go back to there. And I was just like, Jeff, what are you doing? Close your mouth. Close your freaking mouth.
It's because, you know, well, it's training. You know, you learn that, you know, be open, be available, right? Be available.
Yeah, keep all this loose.
Yeah.
Keep all this loose. Oh, what was it? Wasn't it Sigourney Weaver that said, once I graduated from school, that I had to forget the training. It was something like that. Like my biggest thing was forgetting the training or something like that. And I that suddenly resonates after watching those tapes. Man. Yeah,
for sure. Let me see if I can find, because while we're talking about it, I would like us to continue talking about this while I dig out the tape. Because I actually think it's a bit of an interesting jump from where we just were with Fenton to now, and it all kind of ties together, make your own work, but also a bit of an analysis of how, you know, freedom changes, the idea of freedom, you know, in existing. Let me see what I can do here. Let me just say one thing though. There we go. I think this is the one. Would you mind talking though, Jeff, a little bit about something?
Oh yeah.
In looking through these tapes, right? Is there anything that you could kind of sum up in seeing them and being like, okay, these are the rules. You know what I mean? These are the rules we still follow. What rules have we broken? Do we dare to, you know, continue to break them? What, you know what I mean?
Yeah. One thing I love about all our tapes, except for that one where I'm at work, but we stick to that. We stick to even lighting, plain background. That's not some wrinkly sheet. We took the time to find something that's plain. We both happen to use white walls, but I've seen people buy a blue sheet. I've seen that. Framing is great. It's not too far. It's not too close. You just nail that comfortable zone. I'm also really proud of watching both of ours where we pick our mark. Like if this is camera, we're just right about here.
Yeah.
Like we're not talking over here.
Nope.
No. Like we're doing the right. I call it a roll, but it's like if this is your camera, you just take it just a hair over. That's all you need.
Yep.
Nothing more than that.
Right off, and it brings you in. It makes you much more available, and it's much more interesting to tell the story in that way.
In hindsight, dude, I probably even it's so funny because I booked it, but like now that I have a few years since then, that Budweiser one, I probably would have requested to either not send in for or could I wait a day? Because I feel like I got that one very luckily. Like when I watch that, it looks so bad. Like it and I get by the skin of my teeth. Just that you're right. The vibe was he walked in, he was confident and a little bit of a nerd, but funny, and then he walked out.
Yeah,
and that was what they were looking for. I got lucky.
Yep. And maybe
you sent that in for a pilot. Bye.
Yeah. That's it. And I agree. And that's another learning experience, to be like, okay, when do you need this by, but when do you really need it by? You know what I mean? And that's something I ask, especially, getting a bit of a rapport with a few of the casting directors. If you get to know, this is something that maybe is a thing that we should bring to this episode when it comes to self-taping is, try to build at least some sort of relationship with the casting director that you're talking to. I would say try as hard as you can. Because at least to be in the room with them once before you start self-taping for them. I mean, you might have to self-tape a little bit before you get in there, but like just somebody who you've been in the room with. And because then it's much easier to be like, hey, how you doing? And it's been a rough week. Do you need this in 2 hours, or can I get it to you by 8 a.m. tomorrow morning? Because then I'll get a chance to do it when I get home from work. You know what I mean? Like just somebody you can say that to. And then
then if you have a tape that is like, we'll just call a little off if it's the acting, or if it is like you're doing it at work, they'll know you're not. If that's their first impression, of you, they're gonna go, "Who's this chump? Who's this guy?" But like they know you. They're like, "Okay, I can give you 1 out of 10." Yeah,
exactly. He's stuck at work. Yeah. So that's the thing. Get a rapport, get an idea. These casting directors, there's the director word. People is there. It's a good there's a good reason the word is director.
Yeah.
I would like to share with y'all, and I don't know if this is relevant to anything. It's just that I think it's important to share a masterpiece that we actually put together, which is we need to contextualize this a little bit.
Yeah, man. I'm leaving that one to you, man.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much. Cause it is kind of my movie.
Yeah. Dude, it is.
We are working on a full length feature film, people of the internet. And this, what you are about to see is actually a kind of proof of concept scene that we shot the summer of, what was this, 2019?
19. It's amazing how time
2 years ago. Yeah. Because, 2020 happened and okay, here we are, 2021. The summer of 19, we shot this, and it is to be a story about wishing as hard as you could to go back, but never at all being able to. You can only go forward. And I don't think I should say much more about it than that. And just share it. And I think we should put this in context of the Budweiser commercial, of the learning new languages course, and Fenton, our dear Fenton, and just put together a sense of what happens when you leave. This is the things that you know what I mean? You make your own work now. You know what I mean? These are the things you can make when the tools are available to you. This is us, two really good film dudes, out on like an island one day, and we're like, we need to do this, and everybody's just doing their job. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This was a script that you wrote, and then I think I sprinkled in the monologue because it was very natural. You were like, just kind of freestyle what this character would say, but you took it all down, and then we had ourselves about a 3-minute script, and we were like, let's make a proof of concept for a possible film. That's the story of this. So,
yep. All right. Man. So let's share it, and this is what it looks like.
Here we go. Man, I can't tell you how happy I'm to be up here. To even be here. You know, I've never been out of the country, not even once. My whole life I've just lived on the East Coast. So what do I know? Nothing I do ever works. No relationship I'm in ever works out. I hate my job. How did this happen? You know, growing up, I was always the loudest, the funniest. I didn't give two shits about what people thought about me. And now I care about everything. Why? Why? What does it even matter? Why be good? Why be bad? Why be anything at all if there's even a chance that what you put your time into, what you put your life into, can just evaporate, can fail, just not work out. And that is why I'm here.
Spytt. Midt på magen. Nå skal vi ta den dukka og skal løpe bort til stupet og hive i vattnet. Berserk. En døds. Din døds. Kom. Så skal du rope, krigerrope. All right, for faen.
Vatten.
Ja.
Water.
Ja. All right, for faen.
All right for fun.
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 All right, for faen.
All right for fun. Ha!
And there you have it. There you have it. Nuts.
I love it, dude. First of all, it's beautifully shot. Like, Norway is beautiful.
Norway is gorgeous. Yes, it's true. That is the proof. And final thoughts, you know?
I love it because you so get a sense of these two distinct characters. And I also realized we didn't mention that your character thinks that my character will do the most epic duts, which is a death-defying belly flop.
Yes,
and that will give him peace. That's kind of the goal.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
And my character naively is just following what he believes is a guru. But we'll find out he's not necessarily a guru.
Yeah.
You get such a you see the character so clearly in this, and I think I love the way it's shot. It really showcases Norway. I think the acting is really powerful, dude. I especially love your guru. Like, I just believe that he's a guru. It's dude, I'm so proud of this. I really am.
I
love that we made it like in a day.
And we just put it on the internet, so we can't go back from this.
Yeah, man.
It's gonna be a thing. We got to make it happen.
Yeah.
A rough first vision has now ended up on the internet, and we'll just have to see what happens.
Yeah, man. We're gonna get that script together and dude, get a film, man. I want to see these characters. I want to see their full story.
Yes.
You know?
Me too. I want to get them out, share them with the world. So, and that's what I think we're going to do. I think we're going to leave y'all with that right now. This has been a
season finale then. You know, you get to see our little trailer.
A little trailer. This is true. And through I didn't realize that looking at self tapes, because I honestly thought going into this that it was going to be like an episode of us kind of laughing through the whole thing, thinking, haha, this is interesting, and how profound it was to really pinpoint the work and not necessarily analyze, but reflect over what we've done. And hopefully somebody else watching this, sees this, because it is in no sense coming from us as this masturbatory thing. It's, you know what I mean? I hope nobody, reads it that way. It's more, we're chatting, and hopefully you're sitting on a sofa somewhere listening and thinking, oh, that's not the, yeah, that makes sense to me. That resonates with me, and I think there were some profound things that went down there, like I realized, first of all, that we are always very much so in our head about things that nobody else ever really notices. I mean, we think it, right? We think it. And then, I see your tapes and I'm like, yeah, this is a great tape. You see my tapes and you're like, well, dude, this is a great tape. You know what I mean? And we get stuck in our head about things,
Nailed it, dude. Yeah.
And then there's that other part of it where it's like you see, okay, this is where we've come from training up until now. You know what I mean? And that's only been 5 years, not even 5 years yet.
No.
There's a lot more to be done. There's a lot more to work to be had,
Yeah. Yeah, dude. And I hope that if anyone's watching this and they're, nervous about putting together self tapes, I hope they can at least see that all you need is a blank wall. You need decent lighting. And I know both you and I use this. We used either ring lights I've used, but also two soft lights on you to get your full light going on. And then also, like you just said, take the pressure off. However bad you think it is, it's just like when you watched mine, you're like, hey, dude, it's like pretty solid.
No wonder you
like,
booked it. Yeah.
Just that pressure, just let it go. Just let that go. And we've talked about this before too. Casting directors know within the first few seconds. So sometimes it's not even about the acting. It's just, what do you look like? Like, how tall are you?
Wrong face.
What's your vibe? Yeah, wrong face.
Wrong face.
So
wrong face.
Take that pressure off your acting. Just have fun. Yeah, man.
For sure. What a finale. I'm feeling good about this.
I loved reflecting on those, man. It really is fun to think how far we've come from school to now out of school, and then where we could go.
For sure. Moving forward. Man. All right. So let me just say one thing. If you're watching this on demand, you made it through the whole thing. You are an amazing individual. Hopefully you were rewarded by that strange, internet premiere of Dutz, with the working titles Dutz. And if you haven't done so, subscribe. You'll see us next season. We will be back. We're going to go into the brainstorming think tank deal, and we're going to start pumping out a couple more streams after Easter. That's our general plan. We want to bring in more guests. We want to have this more of an open, space than an echo chamber, because we did have a guest and it was an amazing experience. So we're going to try to kind of pick up the ball on that and have more people come on and talk to us. So it's not, we get more perspectives on the ideas and concepts that we're discussing.
Yeah, man.
Agreed. Rock and roll.
Completely agree.
All right, Jeff, you gonna get back to doing your thing?
Setting up my apartment that I've just moved into.
That's what I'm talking about.
Get back to the hustle, man.
Yes.
But dude, what a great first season. Can we've talked about this for a while. We did it, man. I'm proud.
And I'm feeling nice, and I'm excited to see what we think of moving forward.
Yeah, man.
All right. Thank you very much for watching us. Thank you, Jeff. I was going to say thank you, Jeff, but thank you, we're in this together. We're all in this together. Thank us.
Oh, yeah. Thank us.
Why the hell not be a little bit self-righteous? Thank us for just trying. Thank us for trying.
Love it.
All right. See you later. Next season is going to be around. Take it easy. Until then,
goodbye.
So long.